What's up, guys? John Cacchione back here with a really cool earthworks project. We're at the beaches again, where we really like to work, but it can be tricky with the permeability issues that the city, puts on us. I was able to iron out a lot of those details and put in the materials that will pass inspection. So I'll show you guys some ways to do that. Things other than pavers that you can use, and ways to create a really cool backyard in a really small footprint. One of the big details about this job was getting the water to a place where to make the yard usable. So I'll show you back here in the design, under the main deck, under the pavilion, I created a swale and a drainage system and brought all the downspouts from the roof line to that area. It all drains and percolates now without any interruption, without any flooding of the yard, and is also hidden by the deck, aesthetically pleasing. Actually, you don't even see it. We've got a lot of salt air that comes down the street, a lot of really high winds that come down the street, so we've got to think about that with our design. And he had a lot of plants that the builder put in that don't really hold up to a lot of the salt. Putting in some really low profile landscaping, taking up a lot of the footprint of the sod, which is a big consumer. As homeowners, you guys can take out your sod all the way up to the easement, which is usually a 10 to 12 to 15 foot spot in your front yard that you don't own. That needs to stay grass, but the rest of your yard does not. So it's a really nice enhancement of the yard and make it a lot less maintenance for you. And then we'll have some really nice stepping stones that plop through here, boom, 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 and get you all the way to the backyard without stepping on any grass. So behind here is the coolest design I think we've done so far in a really small area back here, man. So come on and check it out. Back here is the deck I was talking about with the swale underneath it. It's very well disguised, you cannot tell. You can see some of our downspouts just disappearing here, and there's several of them doing that. Going to this same area here, there's about a 4-foot elevation change underneath this deck that tapers down to a main drain. And it's all weed mat and 2 inches of a 1-inch gravel that you never have to mess with. You're never gonna have weeds coming up through that. And you can see how just clean and consolidated it is. In this small yard back here, guys, we were able to catch a lot in this little footprint to enhance the outdoor, entertainment area. I was able to bring this water feature in, so you get the feel of the water all the way through the house, especially in the cool months when you can open the door and get the sound of that reflecting through the whole home. That's a really cool thing to do. We brought in a really neat fire feature here too and married all that together. You got fire, water, entertainment all in a row right here. And I was even able to keep a little piece of grass for the dog in this little backyard. Looking at those permeability aspects of your design is really important when you're starting out. Using material like gravel that water will pass through. This counts against you, but this is just recycling water. So it actually holds water, it harvests rain and recycles it. And the dog loves it. It's just water bowl. You don't have to refill that. Like I said, the deck material doesn't count against you. A paver does count against you. Every little flagstone I showed you counts against us here, but we were able to space those out accordingly and use 18 that did not reflect our permeability and count against us. The structure itself does not count against us because I did not close in the roof. That's a big thing. So if you leave the roof open, you can do any kind of structure. If I did not do the water feature, I could have closed in the roof. I could not do the water feature and close in the roof and do everything else we wanted to do here. So you gotta boom, 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 plan all that out and work with the city. Work with me, work with John Cacchione, and work with Earthworks, and we'll plan it out for you the right way.